10-year Treasury is on fire. It's up almost 300% from what it was at the doldrums of the commie virus shutdown. It's at 0.92 is a yield right now, which is nuts. So remember, the prices invert to the yield. So when we say it's up, that means the price has gone down, the yield has gone up. It's up 12.68% right now. Hey, buddy. This is interesting to me. Look at that jump right there, the 10-year Treasury. So we click on that. Hey, buddy, is at 0.66 on June 1st. Now it's June 5th at 0.92. So basically, the yield has gone up by 50% in 3 days time, 3 trading days. Look, here it was back on March 9th. It was down to 0.5. It hit, actually, that's just a close, but it hit. Let's see if we go back to. It did fall as low as 0.37 at one point, if memory serves. Let me look at my phone. Anyway, this is pretty interesting to me. So let's just take a gander at the phone here, because I want to show you a couple other things. 10-year Treasury, yeah, it fell as the low is 0.398. And let's take a look at what the 30-year Treasury. I mean, this is what the base of 10 years. What I use for my proxy of bonds, and you should use that as well. Is an intermediate government bond. That's what you should. Yeah, the 30 years at 1.73, up off a low of 0.83. Man, I mean, so we're talking on the 30. That's just crazy. All right, so let's look at the Vanguard corporate intermediate corporate bond index. And see this gap right here? This is when you got that liquidity crunch. This is nothing to do. Look at that. I mean, so basically it fell from, this is price per share, not yield, by the way, 94 down to 78. So from March 20th, it fell from 90, we'll say 95 to 78 in 2 weeks' time. And literally 2 weeks, that's what, 10 trading days? 95 minus 78. It fell, divided by 95. It fell 17.8%. 78? Yeah, 78. I mean, basically 18% in friggin' 2 weeks' time. Now it's come back up. But I mean, that's the cratering we don't want in our barbell. You see what I'm saying? We don't want that. We don't want this kind of cratering. That's not good. So a lot of people say, can I use some kind of corporate bond or municipal bond or something like that? No. We don't want that, because that happens to coincide with the cratering of the stocks as well. Let's look at the Ginnie Mae VFIIX. And I haven't looked at it. I imagine it can be the nice, yeah. Well, let's go to year to date. We're not going to see any. Well, we did see a little bit, but you got to put in perspective 1072 to, oh yeah. So I mean, that cratering is, I mean, it looks ugly, but when you actually put in perspective, 1072 to 1048. So Ginnie Mae 72 minus 48.24 cents. 24 divided by 1072. That's down 2%. We don't want the other stuff. We want, this is exactly what we want. And we look at this and see if it was a logarithm or whatever, but they're not showing the exact. I mean, that looks uglier than what it truly is. I guess we could compare it. I don't feel like doing that. But hey, isn't that interesting, man? Let's go to the Vanguard long-term. Vanguard long-term corporate bond index. Good boy. And let's see what we got here. Let's go to year to date. It fell from 109.59 down to 78. Wow. 109.59 down to 78. Yeesh. That's 109.59. 109 minus 78 divided by 109. That's a 30% decline. Yeesh, that's straight up ugly. Look at that. Now the interesting thing is, let's look at the Vanguard long-term Treasury. Long-term Treasury fund. There we go. Long-term. There we go. Sweet. Let's look at this. Go to year to date. Look at that. Not much of a decline at all. I mean, it fell from 97 to 90. What's that? 90. I can't. Man, I gotta make. How did I make this bigger on the Mac? There we go. It fell from 99. Basically 100. It was at 101, 102. So basically, it's fallen from, we'll just say 100. It's down 5%. So isn't that interesting? So it's down 5%, even though the yields on the treasuries are way up. Let's actually look at Vanguard intermediate treasury. Treasury bond rates. We want Vanguard. Oops. Vanguard intermediate treasury right there. That's corporate. Treasury. Okay, let's look at this. So now I just showed you the 30, the 10-year. Crazy where it's going. Look at that. That's only dropped. Man, that's interesting to me. The 10-year, even though the yields are going through the roof, the prices hasn't dropped at all. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So the yields are freaking springboarding, and yet the price isn't dropping at all. That's interesting to me. So the 5-year. Look at that, flat as can be. I love the freaking intermediate government bonds. So let's go to Vanguard. What's that? VGITX? VGIT. Vigit. VGIT. Vanguard. VGIT. Let's look at Vanguard specifically. Go to personal investors. VGIT. VGIT. Oh boy. Everyone's corporate America. Yeah, it's just embarrassing. All right, VGIT. Right now it's yielding, oof. Yeah, right there, 0.35. Look at that. 0.35 is a 30-day SEC yield. That's straight up ugly. Let's look at BFI. I haven't looked at the Ginnie Mae for a while. Let's check this out. That's still 2. There you go. 52-week high, 52-week high, 52-week low. I mean, 40 cents. Man, that's why I gotta go with Ginnie Mae, man. High and low, yes, 70. That's not much. Ginnie Mae is just. I just gotta see it. Schwab virtue signaling. Schwab, I bet they are. Unless then we'll look at USA. Right. It's like once one company does it, every other company's got to do it. It's embarrassing. All right. Well, good. They don't have a. Good. I hate the virtue signaling. If you want to be in favor of stuff, that's fine. Let's USA. I just hate the virtue signaling. I despise that because it's all fake, man. All right, good. They're not virtue signaling either. Do you think these people really care two craps about Black lives? I mean, if they did, they'd be freaking out. Like I always say, 7,400 young black men lost their lives in 2018. Did Vanguard say a peep about that? Any of these white liberals say a peep about it? No. Only time they say a peep about it is when it's a white cop. But yet 7,400 men lost their lives. Black young men represent a tiny fraction of the population. Tiny fraction. And yet over half of the homicides in America in 2018. No one said a friggin' thing about it. Not one person said a thing about it, other than maybe those who shall not be named. Walter Williams, Thomas Sowell, Ben Carson, just the list. Larry Elder. The list goes on and on and on. John McWhorter, but everybody else, we're not going to pay attention to them because they're right wing. Candace Owens, Connie Rice. But now we get one time, and all of a sudden these guys want a freaking virtue signal. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for these people. I'm embarrassed for white people who can't see that they're embarrassing themselves. I wish they'd stop. 7,004. So we have 5% of the population is young men or black, and they represent over half the murders in the whole United States. And the vast majority were done at the hands of other blacks. But freaking crickets, man. Crickets. Anyway, didn't mean to go off that tangent, but just it bothers me. All right, well, there you go. So there's some bond stuff to think about. It's interesting. We'll see how this shakes out. All right, we'll see you.